Hey, it's Kevin. Thanks for stopping by for another No BS social media chat. You know, every now and again to get a topic for a chat, I may notice something in life and I may just jot a note down and I leave it there for a while until I really got something to talk about. But the other day I was talking to my father and something I'd noticed while watching television a couple of weeks ago, he, well, noticed something similar and I went, if my nearly 80-year-old father is noticing this and I noticed it, maybe a lot of other people are noticing this. Now, my father's not an internet guy. He's not a social media person. But just out of the blue, he said to me, and we were in the middle of a discussion about something else. He goes, "Oh, by the way, I got a question for you. How come every company wants me to like their Facebook page?" Then he goes into a whole rant about, "I don't have a Facebook page. I don't have the internet." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I know you don't have that." But it was something because I thought about the same thing. I saw a TV commercial the other day, and just at the end of the TV commercial where they're talking about all their great whatever, and again, I don't even remember what the company was because I've seen it on too many companies. It was, "Like us on Facebook." And I thought, why? And that's the question I asked today. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. I don't care how you use the phrase, but what are you doing when you're requesting people to follow you, to friend you, to fan you? Well, what are you doing to make them want to do that? You know, a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses, and even a lot of the major corporations get so obsessed with the number of fans and followers they have. I understand that. We're just a numbers-based world. If you go back to, I don't know if it was our first or second or third No BS social media chat, it was quantity versus quality. And we were talking about the quality of fans versus the quantity of fans. Everybody gets so obsessed with the numbers. I have so many artists I work with who, when they look at their numbers on a week, well, wow, my numbers jumped this week. What did I do differently? And that's kind of what I do is I say, well, here's what you did this week that you didn't do last week, or here's why it could have been, or you were out doing this and people noticed, or on this one particular day. I'm really into those numbers to explain why numbers go forward, not necessarily how we can make them go forward. I can come up with a lot of ideas how we can make them go forward, and that's kind of what we're talking about today. If you're going to ask somebody to become a fan of your page, to follow your page, to like your page, what are you doing to encourage them to do that? Back a couple of years ago, before Facebook started frowning on it, a lot of recording artists would give a free download away or a free video away or something if you liked their page, if you became a fan of their page. So they put up a little roadblock page, click here, download the song, and then you become a fan of our page and you can get the free download. And while I appreciate the sentiment behind it, what I'm more concerned with is, okay, once you've got them in the door, once you've got them to like you, how do you get them to continue liking you? It's much like, so many companies spend so much time trying to get new clients. What are they doing to retain the old ones? We talked about how much business you get from recurring customers, from recurring social media fans, if you will, the 80-20 rule, as some would call it. And I think that's interesting here, where I watch it on Instagram a lot, where I'll have a lot of people follow me, and then all of a sudden my numbers will go down. And I'll go, oh, I wonder why they went down. And I'll notice that a couple people just unfollowed me for whatever reason. Now, I can't email them and say, hey, why did you unfollow me? What was wrong? There could be loads of reasons. People delete their page. People aren't interested in you. They thought they were interested in you, but they weren't. They clicked on you. It's like, okay, it's the same old stuff all the time. I'm not interested. Whatever it is, we don't have that data. But I think you need to think about those things is not only what can you do to get more people to follow you, to friend you, to like you, to whatever you, but more importantly, what are you doing to keep them there? I get so tired of seeing people, and it's just become a generic thing. Hey, make sure you like us on Facebook. I had the other day a music business friend of mine who I've known for, 20 years. We don't talk that often, maybe 2-3 times a year. I'll see him somewhere socially or something like that. He called me up to ask me for a favor on the phone the other day. He said, hey, by the way, are we friends on Facebook? I'm like, no, Charlie, I don't think we are. Well, do me a favor, send me a request. So I sent him a request, and within 2 seconds, we were friends on Facebook. Now, I don't know why we weren't friends. I don't think he thought about it. I don't think I thought about it. I wasn't so consumed with, oh, I've got to have all these people as my Facebook friends. If you look at our Intensity Media Facebook fan page, we're at like 152, 153. Heck, by the time you see this, it could be even less than that as we pick up 1 or 2 a week and we lose 1 or 2 a week. And I understand that. But you won't see us going around begging people to like our Facebook page. I don't care, again, where I connect with you, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter or YouTube or whatever. And I don't care if it's Intensity Media. I don't care if it's Kevin Mason. I just don't care as long as we're connected somewhere. And I think too many people get so consumed with, oh, I've got to get my Facebook numbers up. People are looking at Facebook numbers. I'm getting my Facebook numbers up. It's almost like a bragging right. Well, look at me. I've got 5,000 Facebook fans. Again, we've talked about how real are they? What are you doing to keep them? And not only what are you doing to get new people to come in, but what are you doing to retain other people? We've touched on these topics before, but think about it for a second. Don't be so consumed with, hey, like us, hey, become a friend, become a fan, become a whatever. Worry about keeping people engaged. We'll try to keep you engaged again next week. No BS Social. That's the website where you can find all the videos. You can also find us too on the YouTube page if you want to subscribe there. Again, I don't care where you find us. We just ask you to watch. No BS Social is a YouTube username there as well. I'm Kevin Mason. See you next week. You want to get a hold of me, whether it's email, whether it's by phone. My contact information coming up right here, right now. Thanks so much.